Hi guys and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron and welcome back today to another live stream. It is the live game review of our 4-2 victory against Lincoln City in the second round of the Carabao Cup. Let me just make sure that everything is okay. A couple of people in the live comments at the minute. Please do let me know if the stream has got any issues or there's any problems, just because when we done the last live stream, which was actually the press conference reaction to Marco Silva's pre-game press conference to the Lincoln game, there was a couple of issues with the stream. It wouldn't load, it wouldn't process a video afterwards, so I'm just going to make sure that everything is okay. It seems okay over on YouTube, so if there's any issues, please do let me know. I'm just going to tweet the stream out as well so everybody knows that we're live over on Twitter, so they can come and watch us review this game. Obviously, it's been a couple of days since the game now. My original plan was to do the live game review yesterday, because obviously we play Wolves on Sunday, so we've still got to do the preview for that. We've still got to discuss Marco Silva's pre-game press conference, which was today. However, I was unavailable yesterday, I had a couple of things to do, so I couldn't sit down and stream, so I thought, you know what, I'll do the game review of the Lincoln game today, and then I'll do the preview tomorrow afternoon. So if you're available around 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it is a Saturday of course, then don't forget to come around the channel and we'll do the game preview to the Wolves game there, sorry, not the Watford game. Bear with me just a couple of seconds. There seems to be a couple of issues at the minute. Let me just make sure that everything is working okay. I'm not too sure what's going on with YouTube here. I don't know what's going on with YouTube at the minute. Literally just wouldn't process my video the other day, just wasn't having any of it. If you're in the live comments, please do let me know that everything is okay with the live stream. It's just because it's basically showing that there's nothing live for me. It still seems okay. It seems okay if I go on the phone as well. Give me just 2 seconds. Bear with me just a couple of seconds, guys. Let me just try and sort this out. Come on. Come on. Sort yourself out. Right. I don't know whether that's sorted now. Please do let me know if there is any issues in the live comments, by the way. Seem to be having a couple of issues with my computer recently, which is not brilliant, of course, especially not when there's an absolutely pack-filled schedule with Everton Football Club. So Alex says, yes, Cam, yes, Alex, hope you are doing well. Everton FC is the best. Says, hey, my guy, how are you, Cam? Hello, hope you're doing good. I'm not too bad myself, thank you, not too bad. Feeling a little bit ill today, but, you know, we'll power through it, Everton FC is the best. Says, come on, you Blues, we battered them. The game was ours and was always going to be ours. Yes, we're going to talk about it in more depth, obviously, today for the live game review. Craig says we won, which is the main thing, but I'm not convinced by the performance. Fair enough. I actually think the performance was quite good. I think we dominated the game for large parts of it, to be honest with you. Obviously, we'll talk about the 2 goals that we conceded. I personally think they were both lapses of defensive concentration. But for the majority of the game, I think that, you know, we dominated. Evertonian TV says, hi, Cam and everyone. Hope you're doing well. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well. I'm not doing too bad myself. Thank you. Chris says, hi, guys. Well done on your win. Thank you very much, Chris. Everton FC is the best. Says, we can't get too big for our boots, though. Yeah, we can't. Of course, you can't. We can't. Everton FC is also the best. Says, oh, hey, Chris. Ian says, how do? Ian, hope you are doing well. And the football fan says, you playing Lincoln again. No, this is the game review to the Lincoln game because I didn't have time to sit down and do a review yesterday. The preview to the Wolves game will be tomorrow afternoon. So if you're free then, come and join us. Why not? Everton FC is the best. Says, Cam, it's all good and now. Brilliant. Fantastic. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. My computer's just cocking up a little bit over the last couple of days. I don't know. It's probably just trying to be a pain in the arse when it knows that there's a busy schedule. Evertonian TV says, hello, the football fan chat. And Bradley says, thoughts on Morales gone. So yeah, we'll talk about Kevin Morales and we'll talk about Yannick Bolasie just straight away before we talk about Wednesday's game. So Kevin Morales has left Everton Football Club on a permanent deal and he has gone to Antwerp. Personally, for me, obviously he was here for 7 years. I think he gave us 4, maybe even 5 really good years of those 7 years and then fell off towards the end. It wasn't the fairy tale ending for Kevin Morales. You know, it wasn't the sort of ending that he would have liked, that we would have liked as a club. But at the end of the day, he wasn't going to be involved this season. He wasn't in Marco Silva's plans whatsoever. So it was right for the player and it was right for the club to move him on. I thank him for everything that he's given to the club in the 7 years that he's been here. However, you know, he wasn't going to have any involvement this season. So move him on. And in terms of Yannick Bolasie has turned down a move to CSKA Moscow, and I'm not too surprised about that one either, to be honest with you. If I was Yannick Bolasie, I'd probably turn down a move to Russia as well, because it's not the nicest place to play. Where are we? Chris says YouTube being YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Everton FC is the best as we're playing Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday in the space of 2 weeks. We are. And Evertonian TV says Everton is the best. We got to get more consistent. We do 100%. So anyway, let's go into talking about the game. So Marco Silva made a couple of changes to the starting 11. We expected it. Obviously, Alex Iwobi coming in for his full debut. Absolutely fantastic. We'll talk about him today. Moise Kean obviously coming in as well for his first start for the football club. We had Mason Holgate coming in at centre half. You had Jabil Sidibe coming in at right back as well. And then, of course, you had a midfield three of Gylfi Sigurdsson, Morgan Schneiderlin, and my mind's gone absolutely blank. Who else was in that midfield? Fabian Delph coming in for his first competitive game for Everton Football Club as well. And I actually think all the new signings done really, really well. I thought Alex Iwobi was absolutely fantastic for the entirety of the game. I thought he was brilliant. I really, really did. Obviously, he got the all-important goal towards the end, which we'll talk about in a bit more depth in a second, but I thought he was fantastic. I thought Moise Kean looked really, really sharp as well for the entire game. I think he was playing off the shoulder of each defender. The only issue I had was he was trying very, very hard to come and pick the ball up from defensive positions and midfield positions, when really, he should be looking to be sticking sort of, at the top end of the pitch and players be threading the ball to him. However, if he wasn't getting that service, you can't blame the lad for wanting to go and pick the ball up and create something. But like I said, he was playing off the defender's shoulder. He looked like he constantly wanted to make an impact on the game, and every time he got the ball, I was sitting there and I was going, I'm confident that he's going to do something with this. Then he turned Lincoln inside out a couple of times. Obviously hit the post, which was very, very unlucky, but I'm really, really impressed with Moise Kean, and I think that Moise Kean and Alex Iwobi now both have to start on Sunday against Wolves, because I think they put in two really, really good performances on Wednesday night. Obviously really, really impressed with Fabian Delph as well. I thought he settled into the game fantastically. He was commanding. You've seen him before the first whistle had even gone. He was commanding players. He was trying to tell players where to be and how to play. He faded towards the end of the game. I think again that's probably a fitness issue, probably because he has only just come back from an injury as well. But I think at the start of the game he was everywhere. He was absolutely fantastic, and he was consoling that midfield for Everton Football Club, and that's exactly what we need. We need a player that can sit in there and that can, be that leader, be that character, and be that demanding in the midfield, and that's exactly what he was doing. But obviously, listen, it wasn't all rainbows, was it? Particularly not the first 20 seconds of the game. So the first whistle goes, and we get caught almost straight away. In fact, it was straight away, wasn't it? 20 seconds into the game, Lincoln go up our end of the pitch. Couple of nice bits of play, to be fair to them. Ball comes into the box and it's slotted by their attacker, and it's a decent goal, to be fair. It is a decent goal, but it's an absolutely shocking goal to concede, because what this goal showed was that we just weren't concentrating and that we'd fallen asleep. We didn't expect it, of course. It was literally straight after the first whistle, so we weren't awake. We weren't awake to it, and we weren't aware of the situation. Yes, the Lincoln player does come from an offside position, and I'm not too sure how the pundits and the referees want to convince themselves that he doesn't interfere with play, because he quite clearly does interfere with play. He doesn't directly touch it, but he interferes with play, in my opinion. But anyway, nevertheless, the ball goes in the box and it's a decent, cool finish, and all of a sudden, 25 seconds in, we're 1-0 down, and you're thinking, well, isn't that just Everton? And you're sitting there thinking, let's hope that this isn't another repeat of Friday night's game. But I thought we'd done really, really well to get back into the game. Obviously, that happened pretty much instantly, so there was no level of who was on top, whether we were, consoling the game, whether Lincoln were having a go of us. That happened instantly. So at that point, we needed to step our game up almost straight off the bat, and I think that was one of the main reasons as to why we played so well on Wednesday night, because we had to step our game up straight away. And you've seen something after Lincoln's second goal as well, when they scored that one and it went to 2-2. I've seen Everton teams in the past, and I've known Everton teams in the past that would have just felt a bit at that point, that even at 2-2 had gone, well, you know what, I just can't be bothered anymore. Felt a bit, and would have had to play that game out for a draw and gone to penalties, or Lincoln had gone up and scored another one. We've seen it in years past, but we didn't. We carried on, and we conceded the second goal, and we knew that we're the better team here, so we're going to score at least another one, and we're going to go on and win this game. And we constantly pushed, and we constantly pushed for the winner. And I think that mentality was brought in within the first 10 seconds of the game, when the players knew that they had to step up straight away. They were on the back foot straight away because of a defensive mistake and because of a defensive frailty. And in terms of defence, for me, there was a couple of times, other than the goals, there was a couple of other times that I think we were caught a little bit. Again, in my personal opinion, I'm not too convinced on Mason Holgate as a centre-half. I just don't think he's got the awareness. I don't think he's got the prowess to be a centre-half. I just think he's caught too much on the ball, if I'm being honest with you. Obviously, Sidibe, it was his debut, so he hadn't had any sort of experience in the Premier League. He hadn't had any experience in English football, so it was always going to be a task bringing him in straight away and expecting sort of fantastic, unbelievable performance by him. But we were caught a couple of times defensively, and that was one of them. We were caught sleeping, we didn't expect it, and Lincoln went up there, our end, and they put one in the back of the net, and it was an absolute dream start for them. And like I said, we instantly then had to step our game up, and we instantly had to make sure that we played at 150%, 200%, instead of the 100% that we might have played at before that happened. So of course, like I said, after the Lincoln goal, as expected, we were pushing, we were creating opportunities, we were peppering the goal with efforts as well. Obviously, just before half-time, the best left-back in the Premier League slots in a free kick from 30 yards to make it 1-1. Listen, I've sat here on Instant Match Reactions, I've sat here on game reviews, I've sat here on live streams, videos, and said about how good I think Luca Dean is, and I honestly do think he's the best left-back in this country by a country mile, in my personal opinion. I think the lad is unbelievable, not only for his attacking work, but his defensive work as well. I thought he'd done well defensively on Wednesday night, but again, you can't look past that goal. No keeper in the world saves that goal, and I've seen a few people on Twitter saying, calm down, it's only Lincoln, calm down, it's only Lincoln. He's just banged a free kick from 30 yards. It's a dead ball situation. It doesn't matter whether he's playing Lincoln, Accrington Stanley, Tranmere, Man United, Barcelona, Juventus. It's a dead ball situation, and no goalkeeper in the world saves that free kick. So why can't we praise him just because it's against Lincoln? It was an absolutely unbelievable goal, and it goes to 1-1, and all of a sudden you're thinking, right, we're back in this game now. Let's not let it slip. Let's not make any more stupid defensive mistakes, and let's go out there and let's win it. Obviously, into the second half, again, we were continuing to push. We were continuing to create chances. We then got a penalty. Moise Keane with a fantastic bit of play slots it into Morgan Schneiderlin. Morgan Schneiderlin's taken down in the box. Clearest penalty you'll ever see. Taken down, Gylfi Sigurdsson steps up, and Gylfi Sigurdsson slots. And I'm not going to lie, when I seen Gylfi Sigurdsson step up to take this penalty, I was a little bit cautious. I was thinking, is he going to slot? Is he going to put it in the back of the net? You know what his recent form's being like with penalties. But you know what? It's an absolutely fantastic penalty by Gylfi Sigurdsson. He puts it straight in the top bins. It's unbelievable. And you're 2-1 up, and you're thinking, we're flying, we're cruising. Hopefully we can go out and get another 2 or 3 goals and, proper end this game in fashion. Little bit of afters after the goal. Not too sure why Gylfi Sigurdsson was booked. He was actually interviewed after the game, and he said that he was booked because the referee said that there was something in the way he stood up. So basically he stood up too quick, and that's why he was booked. And I wanted to point this out. For me, I thought the referee was shocking in Wednesday's game. I really did. I thought they were poor, and to be honest with you, I've let referee performances slide over the last couple of weeks, but they're all shite, aren't they? Let's just be honest, they are all shite. I thought he was shocking on Wednesday night. But anyway, Gylfi Sigurdsson gets carded. A little bit of afters because he picks the ball up, and he doesn't want to give it straight back to Lincoln. Jordan Pickford then runs the length of the pitch and grabs a Lincoln player by the shirt. Not too sure what he's doing there, to be honest with you. That's a little bit of a strange one, but gets a yellow card for it. There isn't much of a need to do it. I understand the passion, and I understand that Jordan Pickford likes to fight for his teammates, but there wasn't much need in running the length of the pitch to do it. But he picks up a booking, and all of a sudden, like I said, we're 2-1 up, and we're cruising in the game, and you're thinking, right, okay, let's go on and end it. And then obviously they get on to get their second goal. Before we go into talking about that, I'll dive into the live comments. If you're not enjoying today's team so far, by the way, please do hit the like button. It'll mean a massive amount to me. Where are we now? Evan FC at the best says, yes, my G. He also said, yeah, I'm not surprised he turned down Russia. Russia at the moment is crazy. Too much vodka. Yeah, Evan FC at the best says, where are you sitting on Sunday, Cam? I'm sitting in the Upper Bullens. I'm in the Park End, mate. That's where my season ticket is. Evan FC at the best says, I bought the tickets off StubHub. fair enough. Chris says, my prediction is Everton 2 Wolves 1. I'd hope so. I'd be absolutely made up with that one. Everton FC is the best. Did you see Marco Silva's press conference today? I did. We'll be talking about that tomorrow in the game preview to the Wolves game. But yeah, I did see it today. Everton FC is the best. Says Marco was to train our players that as soon as the kickoff starts, we've got to have that brilliant spam. We got to show what we're made of instantaneously. Yes, listen, spot on, mate. I think, you know, we were just caught sleeping on Wednesday night, and I think, you know, Lincoln, you know, pretty much got onto that straight away as well, and they understood that they needed to come out of the marks, and, you know, in many situations it was a perfect situation for Lincoln because they'd scored really, really early on, and all they had to do then really is put 11 men behind the ball and just defend it for their lives. And, you know, obviously we had a little bit more quality and we got through it in the end, but it was a really, really decent start for them. And, you know, again, it was caused by a defensive mistake, and I think the second goal was caused by a defensive mistake as well. Granted, it's an absolutely unbelievable finish, I'm not taking anything away from the kid, but I'd still think it was caused by a defensive mistake. We'll go on to talk about it in a second. Everton FC is the best, as I reckon 2-0. Marco starts with Iwobi and Keane. Like, he said to the presser that he liked what I saw, to be honest. Exactly, and I think, you know, we all like what we saw with Iwobi and Keane. I thought they were both absolutely unbelievable on Wednesday night, and for me, they start on Sunday, in my opinion. Everton FC is the best. Also says, yeah, Luca Dean is actually amazing. He is amazing. Words can't describe how amazing he is. Our left back in Magic, and his name is Luca Dean. And plus, he doesn't look half bad. Spot on, mate. Spot on. He also says, I reckon Pickford wants to get some beef. He did. He definitely just wants to get involved in every single situation, doesn't he? He's a mad bastard. Chris says, thoughts on VAR? I don't actually mind VAR. I think the rule book's a joke, and I think the level of officiating in this league is a joke, but I don't think VAR is the issue. I just think it's the easy target now to jump on. Everton FC is the best. Says, well, VAR is going to work in your favour. And Chris, I can already tell. Chris says, let's hope so. And Ian says, Dean free kick was what's that word? Mosaic, is it? I don't mosaic, I think that means. But yeah, it was unbelievable, mate. It was absolutely unbelievable. But obviously, like you said, we go 2-1 up with the penalty, and you're sort of thinking, right, okay, let's go and end this game now. Let's get another couple of goals, end it in style, and obviously get the confidence up and get the hopes up for Sunday afternoon. We then go and obviously concede a second. Again, listen, not taking anything away from the lad. It's an unbelievable finish. It's an absolutely fantastic finish. He slots it top bins. Again, I think it's another one of those where not many keepers in world football will have saved it. I do think it's a defensive mistake, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think he's left alone. I think somebody could have picked him up, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But I don't think there's anything we could have done as soon as the ball hit his foot and as soon as the ball left his foot. It's just the case of that he was allowed to run in the box and get that connection on the ball without anybody picking him up. And I think we've seen that a couple of times in the game. I think Sidibe was a little bit bogged down. I think it was all a little bit too much for him. Obviously playing against a side that knew were going to have to come out and try and put goals past us. And again, I think it was a little bit too much for Mason Holgate as well. But listen, other than the fact that nobody tacked the man, it's an absolutely unbelievable finish, and it goes to 2-2. And that for me is the turning point in the game, because I've seen situations like that multiple times over my years of being an Evertonian. Messi-esque it means, okay, fair enough. Craig says Ian means Messi-esque. It was Messi-esque, it really, really was. You can tell where Messi's learned how to take a free kick from, can't you? No, but listen, like I said before I went off on a tangent there, that I've seen that situation multiple times as an Evertonian where something like that's happened. We've conceded the goal, a fantastic finish, or a goal that was totally against the run of play, and you're thinking, how are we going to react to this situation? And I've seen multiple times our heads drop, just confidence go that way, and just go, whatever. We, let's just sulk and end up having to play out for a draw or even lose a game of football. And I thought, you know what, it's going to be really, really interesting to see how we react to this situation. So obviously to Lincoln levelling it up, to us again going to need to get a winner. And again, going to have be playing against the team that'll put 11 men behind the ball now and try and hold out for the draw for the penalties. And I think we responded to it fantastically. I think we responded to it really, really positively. We continued to create opportunities. We didn't change how we played. We didn't change the formation. We didn't change the end goal. We continued to create and we continued to press. And we knew that there was only so much of that Lincoln would be able to withstand. There was only so many opportunities that we'd create that they'd obviously be able to withstand. We were putting balls into the box constantly, and we were creating opportunities constantly, and obviously finally it breaks down the other end. Gylfi Sigurdsson puts an unbelievable ball in, Cenk Tosun obviously coming off the bench, I think he does fantastically for Alex Iwobi's goal. I really do think he does. He gets a lot of stick, Cenk Tosun, but one thing's for sure is that the lad wants to be an Everton player and he wants to massively succeed at Everton, and I think he does fantastically for Iwobi's goal, because a lot of strikers in that situation would have tried to go for goal themselves, but he doesn't. He heads it back, he sees Iwobi's in space and he thinks, I'm going to head that back to him and he's going to put it in the back of the net, and that's exactly what he does, and Alex Iwobi gets his first goal, and so deserved as well. I was sitting there through the entire game and I was thinking, I really do hope Iwobi and Keane get the goals today, because they massively deserved them. It's a fantastic header by Iwobi, runs off, and it seems to be the winner, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, that's it, game over. But obviously that little bit of Evertonian and you're sitting and thinking, but is it game over? Because we know Everton Football Club and we know what we can do. So obviously, like I said, Alex Iwobi gets his goal, absolutely made up with that. I thought he was fantastic. I think he should start again on Sunday against Wolves. Moise Keane as well, like we said, who done fantastically well to set up Sneijder for the penalty. I think he should start as well, because I thought he was brilliant. I think once Moise Keane gets a goal under his belt, I think we'll see just how good this kid is. I think he looks like he's got so much potential. He's still very raw. He's still very new to the league. He's still very new to his surroundings, but I think the lad's absolutely unbelievable. Maybe I'm just getting too ahead of myself, but I thought he was fantastic. Obviously then, like I said, we go 3-2 up and you're thinking, right, game over, see it out now, don't do anything stupid, don't make any defensive errors, just see it out and end it there. And then obviously we wanted more. We didn't want to end at 3-2 because we thought, no, you know what, we deserve another one, so we break up the pitch. And I've watched this goal time and time again, not only because it's an unbelievable header by Richarlison, but the cross by Luca Dean again. It's just breathtaking, innit? He's not even in a crossing position. He's one-on-one with the defender and he rips him to bits. He puts the ball in the box and it's an absolutely unbelievable header by Richarlison. It's a fantastic header by Richarlison. He puts it top bins and he absolutely deserved that as well, because he didn't have his best game, Richarlison, and you could tell that, you know, he is struggling with fitness. And we said obviously in the game preview, and we said in the weeks leading up to this game, that he probably should have a couple of weeks of rest, because he's had a long summer. Obviously he's played in the Copa America, he won that with Brazil. And he played through a lot of it with an illness as well. He was kept in the team by Marco Silva. He was persisted with, and you know what, he deserved that goal again, just as much as Alex Iwobi did, and just as much as Gylfi Sigurdsson and Luca Dean deserved theirs, because I thought it was an absolutely fantastic header. And obviously there was a little bit of afters with the celebration. Some dickheads on Twitter saying, oh, he done it wrong, that's not the right way to do the celebration, blah blah. No it is, because there's a good old saying in football, and it resonates, and it should resonate through any player that wears this Royal Blue Everton badge, and that is, play for the name, play for the badge on the front of your shirt and they'll remember the name on the back, or play for the name on the front and they'll remember the name on the back. And that's exactly what Richarlison done, and that's why he held the front of the shirt up, because he was showing the fans the Everton badge, and that's why he kissed it afterwards as well. None of this Ronaldo, Messi shit, I'll show you me name, look at me, I'm boss. No, he was showing the Everton badge, and he was showing that that's what he's all about, after an unbelievable header as well, an absolutely fantastic finish. And that's exactly how we should celebrate. So don't listen to anybody, any cop-out saying, oh, we're celebrating like that against Lincoln, because they've got their own embarrassing stories over the last 12 months that we can sit and laugh at. Don't listen to them. They're just a bunch of dickheads. Other than Chris, he's a decent cop-out. But listen, no, it's exactly how we should have celebrated, and the celebration is obviously saying that, listen, it's about the badge on the front, it's not about the name on the back. And obviously Richarlison gets that, and I think it shows that Richarlison gets Everton Football Club. And for me, that's exactly what I want from the kid. That and hard work, and he'll go down as an Everton legend if he carries on, in my eyes. Absolutely fantastic header, like he said, and that ends the game. All of a sudden, you know, we're 4-2 up, and that's it. And after a sort of quite a monumental game of football, Everton's get through into the third round of the Carabao Cup, where we'll take on Sheffield Wednesday away from home. And listen, like I said, overall I thought it was a decent game on Wednesday. I really do think we performed well. You know, I think we were dominant for the majority of the game, other than obviously the couple of defensive lapses of concentration. Both goals, I think, were lapses of concentration, and there was a couple of other times as well where we fell asleep a little bit. But other than that, like I said, I thought we were really dominant. We dominated possession. We dominated with the chances that we created. And, you know, like I said, we didn't let our heads drop after Lincoln scored that second goal. We could have easily let our heads drop and gone, well, whatever, you know, I don't want to play anymore and give it that attitude. But we didn't. We thought, no, you know what, we deserve this win, so we'll just go and score another one. We'll just go and score another two. And that's exactly what we did. Like I said, Luca Dean, absolutely world class. Gylfi Sigurdsson, an absolutely fantastic fantastic penalty. That'll give him absolute heaps of confidence as well, not only for his performances for the next few weeks, but also his penalty taking as well. Next time he steps up to the penalty mark, he's going to be remembering that one and not some of the ones he's missed. Unbelievable header by Richarlison. That'll give the kid a load of confidence as well. And hopefully we see Moise Kean and Alex Iwobi in the starting 11 on Sunday. But yeah, that's it. There you go. That's my full review of the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Where are we on the live comments? Evan FC is the best, says 10 watching. For me, Blues, remember to like Blue Boys. Yes, please do hit the like button if you're enjoying today's stream. Ian says yes, Messi, yes. Evan FC is the best, says to put it short, we're just fucking amazing. Listen, we were really good on Wednesday, but like we said, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We were playing League One opposition. We were playing a team that, you know, on paper we should have beaten like that. So let's go and see how we perform on Sunday against Wolves. Ian says, do you think Gomez walks back in Sunday? I don't think he walks back in. It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one for Marco Silva. Listen, I thought Fabian Delph played really well for the first 60 odd minutes against Lincoln. I thought he started to tire towards the end, but I don't think it's as much as Andre Gomez walks in. He might start, and that's a decision that Marco Silva's going to have to make. But I thought Fabian Delph played really well on Wednesday personally. Everton FC is the best, says nice shirt, Cam looks amazing and that badge on there looks sexy. It certainly does. He also says Richarlison's celebration was amazing, it brings back so much motivation. It does, and that's exactly what that performance and that result will give the lads as well. Chris puts laughing faces, yeah, and Everton FC is the best, says I just think we need to work on our defence a tiny bit more. Yeah, listen, I think once we've got Yerry Mina back in there, I think once we've got a settled Seamus Coleman back in there, we'll be alright. I think Mason Allgate's very raw at the minute, and so is Jabril Sidibe as well. And Chris says, like your rant about Cop-Out. Yeah, sorry about that, Chris. Went on a little rant there, but just seen a load of shit on Twitter over the last couple of days, so I thought I'd comment on it. Ian says, if Sig had scored all his pens last year, he'd have gotten over 200 in the Fantasy Footy League. Exactly. But he didn't. But let's hope that changes this season. But anyway, like I said, yeah, hopefully the confidence and the motivation that we'll take from that performance, not only the performance but the result as well, scoring 4 goals as well, which is not something we do an awful lot. Hopefully we can take that into Sunday's game, get a decent result on Sunday, get the 3 points, and then like I said, continue in a good reign of form. And then obviously we've got Sheffield Wednesday in the next round of the Carabao Cup in a couple of weeks time, and hopefully we can progress after that as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's stream. Please do hit the like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new as well. So close to 800 subscribers now. So thank you all very much for that one. If you haven't already, like I said, please do follow us on Twitter. It's at MightyBluesYT to keep up to date with all of the latest Everton news. Don't forget to join us at 3 PM tomorrow afternoon for the full game preview to our Premier League fixture against Wolves at the weekend. I do apologise that I've been a little bit bogged up in today's team. I am a little bit ill, so I do apologise about that. Please do forgive me. But like I said, don't forget to join us tomorrow, and thank you all very much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're watching the YouTube video, leave them down there and I'll be reading them, replying to those. And thanks to everybody for getting involved in the live comments as per usual. Evan FC is the best, says I miss Seamus. I do too, but I dare say he'll be back in the team on Sunday. And Chris says, would you take Lukaku back? I wouldn't, mate. I wouldn't, because I don't think I like his attitude. I don't think he's the same Lukaku that we sold, to be honest with you. And I pretty much think that Moise Kean, well, let's just say I'm really excited at the prospect of Moise Kean at the minute. And Chris says, great team as always, take care everyone. Thank you very much, Chris. Take care yourself as well. Everton FC is the best, as I gave you a shout out on Insta, by the way, Cam, my guy. Thank you very much for that. Really do appreciate that one. And Ian puts the thumbs up one. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Please do hit that like if you have enjoyed today's stream. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Don't forget to join us for the game preview to the Wolves game tomorrow afternoon. Should be a really interesting one. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon on the Mighty Blues.